Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator Stan Bertolo from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Hello, this is Nia, your voice for today's headlines. It's Friday, May 22. Here is what we are covering. Google is set to transform its search engine by integrating a conversational AI-driven approach, as announced at the Google I/O 2026 keynote. This overhaul introduces an AI mode option and AI overviews with chat boxes for follow-up questions. Making Google Search resemble ChatGPT, the change has sparked criticism, with users expressing frustration over the increasing presence of AI agents and chatbots. This sentiment is compounded by Google's past missteps, such as the controversial AI overview rollout. The shift may drive users to explore alternative search engines. Kagi offers an ad-free experience for a subscription fee, allowing users to customize searches with filters and lenses. DuckDuckGo provides a free, privacy-focused search engine that serves ads based on search topics without collecting user data. Startpage acts as a proxy for Google, removing personal data from queries, while an UDM=14 simplifies Google searches by removing AI overviews. Brave, built on Chromium, offers a browser and search engine with customizable search results through third-party goggles. Ecosia, also based on Chromium, focuses on eco-friendliness by donating a significant portion of its ad revenue to tree planting initiatives. These alternatives cater to users seeking privacy, customization, or environmental impact, offering varied options in response to Google's AI-centric direction. Next, OpenAI plans to provide its GPT-5 cyber model to the Japanese government and select businesses, as reported by Wired.com. The AI system, designed for cyber defense, aims to counter cyber attacks amid rising AI-powered cybersecurity threats. Paul Nakasone, a former NSA director now on OpenAI's board, confirmed discussions with Japanese officials. The model, first previewed on May 7th, is optimized for security tasks and not intended to significantly enhance cyber capabilities beyond GPT 5.5. OpenAI's move follows Anthropic's release of Claude Mythos, which demonstrated advanced hacking capabilities. The UK AI Security Institute found both models performing similarly on cyber tasks. OpenAI also granted European partners access to GPT-5 Cyber, expanding its global cybersecurity efforts. Meanwhile, Bluesky, a social media platform, reports that the Kremlin has hacked into real user accounts to disseminate propaganda, marking a novel approach in Russian influence operations. The campaign, linked to Moscow's social design agency, involves hijacking accounts of professionals such as journalists and professors to post fake news articles. These articles, often doctored with artificial intelligence, aim to erode Western support for Ukraine by blaming countries like France for domestic issues. The operation, known as Matroshka, emerged in 2024 and specializes in creating fake articles that mimic reputable news sources. Researchers from Clemson University and the Institute for Strategic Dialogue have noted the sophistication of these tactics, which differ from previous Russian strategies that used fake accounts with obscure identities. Bluesky, which has grown as a rival to X, formerly known as Twitter, has been actively removing thousands of these posts since April. The platform describes Russian influence operations as an industry-wide issue and is dedicating resources to counteract them. The campaign also targets other geopolitical interests, such as discrediting preparations for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris and undermining Armenia's political alignment. Despite the challenges, Bluesky continues to monitor and address these threats, emphasizing the ongoing experimentation by Russian operatives in their disinformation efforts. On a different note, Spotify has announced a licensing deal with Universal Music Group to introduce AI-generated remixes and covers for streaming songs. This new feature will be available as a paid add-on for premium subscribers, allowing users to create remixes while ensuring artists receive royalties. Artists can choose to opt out of the program. This initiative is part of Spotify's collaboration with major labels, including Sony Music Group and Warner Music Group, to develop responsible AI products. The program emphasizes artist consent, fair compensation, and enhancing artist-fan connections. Spotify co-CEO Alex Nordstrom and UMG CEO Sir Lucian Grange highlighted the initiative's focus on supporting human artistry and creating new revenue opportunities. The launch date and pricing details remain undisclosed. With that said, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is implementing an AI initiative to detect fraud and waste in Medicare, Medicaid, CHIP, and the health insurance marketplace. This shift from the pay-and-chase model to real-time claim screening aims to address improper payments, which totaled $186 billion government-wide in a year. The initiative follows a February strategy announcement and involves a request for information to gather industry insights on AI methodologies. Despite increased Medicare savings, concerns arise about false positives affecting providers' liquidity. The initiative's operational details, including vendor information and data handling, remain undisclosed. The Crush rulemaking will eventually address these issues as the program launches amid significant improper payment figures. In other news, Nvidia reported record earnings with an 85% increase in first-quarter revenue to $81.6 billion and net income tripling to $58.3 billion, driven by strong growth in its data center division. Despite these results, Nvidia's shares fell 1.6% in after-hours trading as investors, accustomed to the company's stellar performance, expressed concerns over potential competition and the high expectations set for the AI sector. Nvidia forecasts AI infrastructure spending to reach $3 trillion to $4 trillion annually by the decade's end. The company announced a dividend increase and an £80 billion share buyback. Nvidia's AI chips, central to U.S.-China tech tensions, are excluded from Chinese sales, yet analysts believe Nvidia can thrive without the Chinese market. After that, Genesis AI has appointed Damian Kieran as head of legal and Pali Kumar as head of operations, as it transitions from research to commercial scaling. Kieran, with experience in data privacy, will address regulatory challenges related to the company's human movement data collection using tactile sensing gloves. Kumar, with a background in manufacturing and operations at Tesla and Amazon, will develop the infrastructure for scaling Genesis AI's technology. The company, which recently secured a $105 million seed round, is preparing to deploy its first general-purpose robot. These strategic hires aim to strengthen Genesis AI's legal and operational capabilities as it competes with industry leaders like Tesla, focusing on both software and hardware development for its humanoid robotics initiative. Shifting gears, Coupa has acquired Tonkean to enhance its AI-driven spend management capabilities, aiming to make procurement and global trade workflows more autonomous. The acquisition, announced on May 21, 2026, integrates Tonkean's AI-native intake and orchestration platform into Coupa's cloud-native spend management system. This move strengthens Coupa's agentic-as-a-service offerings, benefiting its network of over 3,500 buyers and 10 million suppliers. Tonkean's platform, featuring a natural language interface and a no-code process builder, allows users to submit and track requests efficiently. It also includes more than 250 native connectors that integrate with existing systems without requiring significant technology changes. Coupa reports that Tonkean's platform has increased user adoption by 2.2 times, reduced cycle times by 50%, and saved operations teams over 30 hours weekly. This acquisition is part of Coupa's broader strategy to build an agentic trade network, following previous acquisitions of Certuo, Scoutbee, and Rossum. Coupa's Chief Product and Technology Officer, Salvatore Lombardo, emphasized the strategic importance of this acquisition in advancing Coupa's vision. The development signals a shift in AI application in back-office operations, focusing on document reading, request routing, and transaction execution, while highlighting the need for clean data and governance. Finally, alcohol brands are significantly increasing their marketing investments in the upcoming World Cup, which will be held in North America for the first time in over 30 years. Companies like Michelob Ultra, Modelo, and Stella Artois are launching extensive multi-channel campaigns to capitalize on the event's global audience. Michelob Ultra is making its largest retail push ever, while Modelo is executing its biggest media investment to date. The World Cup's extended duration compared to events like the Super Bowl allows brands to engage in prolonged marketing efforts. Beer brands are focusing on in-person activations, such as fan fests and beer gardens, and leveraging out-of-home media. Spirits brands like Don Julio are also participating, with campaigns featuring international soccer stars. The event's international appeal has led marketers to include athletes from various countries to broaden their reach. Overall, alcohol brands are seizing the opportunity to connect with a diverse audience during this major sporting event.
Thank you for tuning in to AI and Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.